What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday so far. This is NYG Jeffy T85, and I'm here to bring you the game recap for the Brooklyn Nets IndianaPacers second game in 3 nights. And this time, it went into the Brooklyn Nets' favor, as the Nets ended up snapping their 4-game losing streak with a 116-109 victory over the Indiana Pacers. The Nets were able to right the ship just a little bit, and there's still some things that this team does need to work on. But at the same time, the biggest differences I could see, multiple things were. Well, first off, I'm just going to say this. It's good to see this team get a win. That's the biggest thing I'm going to say right now. It is good to see the Nets get a win. They needed this victory with the whole controversy going on with Kyrie Irving. With this team losing 4 in a row, them not playing good defense, them not rebounding, a lot of problems with this team. The Nets, they needed this type of victory last night, and you know what? Thankfully, they got it. The Nets got a victory that they needed to have. One of the biggest differences so far, at least what I saw, the rebounding wasn't as big of a disparity compared to the other night. The Nets got out-rebounded by 19 last game. This time, they out-rebounded Indiana. And it was only by 1, so they're about even, but the rebounding was much better. This team had much better effort. Also, one of the biggest differences in this game last night, Indiana, in the first game on Saturday, they shot 55%. They shot 50% from three-point line. You know how much they shot last night? 29. Or 28. They shot 28% from three-point range. 11 for 39. That is the biggest reason why Indiana did not have as good of a game as they did on Saturday. The Nets were able to hold them to 28% shooting from the three-point line. They did shoot 47% from the field. But overall, that's the biggest difference. And you know what else is the biggest difference? The Nets outshot this team. They shot 54% from the field. The Nets did. 43 for 80. And they outshot them from three-point range. 11 for 30. That's one of the biggest differences for the Brooklyn Nets compared to this Saturday. This Saturday, the Nets got clearly outshot from the three-point line as well as from the field. This game, the Nets did a better job. In terms of the highest scores, Durant continues to just play good basketball to start the season. 13 for 22 from the field. He had 36 points. He had 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Durant actually last night became 19th all-time in scoring for his career and in the NBA. And Durant's turnovers were not as big as it was last game. He did only have 3 turnovers. It's not terrible. 9 assists, 7 rebounds. He had a block and a steal. Durant had an all-around efficient game. Kyrie Irving, know about all the controversy circling around him, but you know what? He had a good game last night too. 28 points, 4 steals. He had 4 steals and a block shot. He only turned it over 3 times too. 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Efficient games for Kyrie Irving. One of the biggest helps last night, Nicolas Claxton had another good game. That's the biggest difference. Nicolas Claxton was a force on this game. He was playing strong defense. He had 4 block shots. He did turn it over 4 times and had 4 personal fouls. 19 points, though. Nicolas Claxton provided that type of scoring the team needed. He also had 4 assists and 9 rebounds. That's what the Nets missed in those losses. Claxton wasn't doing as well. He wasn't putting up those types of stats the team needed. He wasn't giving that team that intangibles that they needed. You know what? Last night, Nicolas Claxton showed up, and he showed up big. He was that third scorer they needed. So kudos to him. Joe Harris, Royce O'Neal, They were more efficient last night. O'Neal actually had a really good game last night. 8 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal and a block. O'Neal had a better game. Harris, 7 points, 2 assists, 3 steals though, and a block shot. Joe Harris getting it done from the defensive end, defensive side of the court. In terms of Indiana, Chris Duarte, he had a hell of a game last night. He was 10 for 15 from the field, including 5 for 10 for three-point shooting. He led the Pacers for 30 points. Buddy Hield had 22, 8 for 16. So he was 50% from the field. He was 3 for 10 from the three-point line. But Tyrese Halliburton did not kill them last night like he did on Saturday. He only had 11 points. Even Benedict Mathurin, the rookie, he had 16. Pacers, they obviously work a little bit more with their bench. So they did still outscore the Nets bench. But at the same time, the Nets players, when they needed him, showed up. Edmund Sumner, in 12 minutes, he has 6 points. Day'Ron Sharpe was back in the rotation. He had 4 points in 11 minutes, including 3 rebounds. Markieff Morris, 10 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds, assist and a block. Assist and a steal. I thought one of the biggest things this Nets team did, they passed the ball really well. Some of the passes I saw in this game were more efficient. They were getting their teammates involved. That's the one thing that stuck out to me the most, is the Nets team passing was on point for most of this game. Now the defense, I have to say, the defense looked better tonight, or last night. There's still some warts because this Nets team is leading by 20 plus points. 20 plus points in the second quarter, and then the Pacers managed to storm back towards the end of the second quarter and in the third to make this a closer game than it should have been. So the Nets, they got to still do better on defense. They're running more of a zone defense on this game. The Nets defense still needs to play better, but you figure with time, the defense hopefully will improve. But overall, so I'm very happy by this at least. The Nets needed this win. They had a players-only meeting after the loss on Saturday to the Pacers. The Nets needed to come out last night, and they needed to try to find a way to right the ship. And you know what? Last night, they did. They needed this win, and they got it. But it's not over because you got a back-to-back again. You got the Chicago Bulls tonight on TNT. It's not going to be an easy game. The Bulls are playing pretty good basketball right now. The Nets need to continue to play that poise on the basketball court. And you know what? Go out there and get another win against Chicago. Go out there and get back-to-back wins. Start righting this ship. But the Nets, they needed a victory last night, and you know what? They got it. That's the most important thing. They're 2-5 on the season now. 2-5. Still not ideal. They are going to be playing the Chicago Bulls at home, though. So it's another chance for you to get another victory at home in front of your home crowd. But, like I said, Nets defense was a little bit better last night. They had more assists and rebounds than the NBASeason. And the biggest difference to me was they outshot the Pacers from three-point line and especially from the field. That was the biggest difference to me. The first game, they only shot about 26% from the three-point line. Last night, they shot 37% from three-point line, and they shot over 54% from the field. That's how you win. You shoot efficiently from the field. That's how you win these games. Nets went out there and did it. That's why they picked up the victory. Nicolas Claxton was a big help to this team. And obviously, no Ben Simmons last night. He's dealing with left knee soreness. Have to wonder what his status is going to be going into tonight. If it was more of a precautionary reason why Ben Simmons didn't play last night. We'll have to wait and see the injury report that's going to come out a little bit later surrounding Ben Simmons and whomever else might have to get a rest. But overall, the Nets, they needed the victory last night and they got it. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, they played good basketball last night. Nicolas Claxton, when they needed him, he showed up and he had a big game. They shot the ball well from the field. They defended a little bit better. They rebounded better compared to the last game. And now the Nets are 2-5 with a chance to go 3-5 if they win the game tonight on TNT against the Chicago Bulls at Barclays Center. So if you guys, that is my Brooklyn Nets recap of last night's game. The Nets win this game last night, 116-109. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Nicolas Claxton lead the way. They're 2-5 on the season, and they have a game tonight, back-to-back scenario, in Barclays Center against the Chicago Bulls. Can they pull off the victory? We'll wait and see. But if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news, updates, chatter, and game recaps surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. Turn on the bell for notifications. The next video or short that's going to be dropping on the channel surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. And let me know in the comment section what you think about last night's basketball game. What are your key recaps? And what do you feel about how the Nets played last night? And if you think that this victory last night might be a start of a little bit of a turnaround for this basketball team. And they could go in tonight against a good Chicago Bulls team and pick up back-to-back victories and start turning this season around. So I thank you very much, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday morning. Take it easy, and as always, let's go Brooklyn Nets. It's a Nets world, and we all just live in it.